Hey everybody, welcome back to Minor Stuff. I'm Matt.
I'm Pat. We're the Minor Brothers.
Today we're going over our top bottles to start your home bar in 2024. Let's get into it.
Alright, welcome back everybody. Let's try our next attempt on this one. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking us out. Please like this channel. I screwed that up again
Somebody's
too.
been a little bit...
Subscribe to the channel, like this video, drop some comments down below. What would you use to start your bar with? It has been a long day, Matt. And let's just get into our list here.
It's been a very long day, Pat. Before we get into our list, though, we got to talk about what we're drinking. 2023's #1 bourbon for us, Wild Turkey 12-year. Absolutely love this thing. Anybody in our Patreon group, anything that we drink, here or on our Patreon videos, ends up getting a chance to win a sample of them. So this is going to be in our sample lottery now, which will be good for somebody because I'm pretty sure this one will end up going.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
It is such a good bottle. All right, Pat. So we're talking whole new year, whole new bunch of bourbons out there. You're starting from scratch this year. You're saying, okay, I need to go start a home bar, a bar cart, whatever it may be. What are we going to start putting out onto that bar cart? Right? And these are in no particular order.
Now, if you're made of money, he's willing to sell his bar to you to start your home bar with.
Not at all.
No? No? Okay.
Not at all.
Never mind that idea.
However, we are talking about some bottles that we could put on a thing, and we're trying to make most of these very easily accessible.
Something you can go out and buy.
One of them, which is going to be a little bit harder to get, but...
Which one's hard to get?
Which one do you think? Why don't you pull your first one out, Pat? That's not the one. You dick.
Buffalo Trace. My go-to. I don't think it's that hard to get, though. Like,
it is and it isn't. So, like, in New Hampshire, we cannot just go out and buy this. If I go down to Massachusetts, yes, easily. I can find it.
Yeah.
However, it's not that way everywhere. Buffalo Trace products are still hard to get for a lot of people. However, if you find this, especially at the $25, $30 mark, which is where they end up at, it is 100% should be on your bar cart. It is great to get people into bourbon. It's great as a mixer. It's great neat. It's great on the rocks. It's great everywhere. It is a good quality bourbon that I think should be on everybody's bar cart, and I believe you as do.
A perfect entry-level bourbon, period. Like, you tried hitting me with something really, really high proof, and I was like, that's disgusting. Found my way to this, and was like, hey, this is really good. And that was my entry into bourbon with this guy right here. So, that's #1.
So, one of the bourbons that I think would be great on a cart, and I went two ways with this one, Pat. I think Rare Breed
do that a lot.
Rare Breed, I think, should be on the list because it is a great bourbon. You're an asshole. This stuff is absolutely delicious. However, sometimes it might be a little too provey if you're just getting into stuff. And at that stage, I'd come in with Russell's 10-year. You're going down to the 90 proof, so we're at that level of the Buffalo Trace. Yeah. Still has a lot of good flavors. Overall, I think both of these are great.
Why wouldn't it just be like this would be one of your numbers and that be like your next one? Like why all?
Because I wouldn't have both of these, especially if I'm having Buffalo Trace. I'd be having most likely one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that you need to have both necessarily on a starting bar cart.
But you saw what I picked, and mine are low end ones. Like
I know, but some people will be wearing dresses out there, Pat. So they need some low proof stuff like you. Anyways. Let's go on to the next one.
That's all he has to make fun of me with. It's old. But, all right, next one, Redwood Empire. This is the Lost Monarch. It's fucking delicious. You can go Pipe Dream. It's delicious. Literally, you can't really go wrong with any of the Redwood Empire lineup.
Just the rye.
Just the rye.
Definitely not the rye.
Yeah.
The just not up our alley.
No.
Some people, I'm sure, love it.
Yeah.
Somebody in the comments is going to be like, you guys are assholes. I love their rye.
Yeah, and you just have bad taste buds, but it is what it is. So it's fantastic, and it's a nice, I wouldn't use this as a mixer. I would use this as something to, something with a little complexity. It's not a lot. It's just a little to give somebody to drink neat or even on the rocks, just, get them a different flavor or profile.
So, Pat.
So, Matt.
I'm going with the rye for one of my next ones.
Okay.
Sagamore spirits.
Yes.
Cask strength. One, if you have somebody who's into a lot of bourbons, they're going to just enjoy drinking this.
Yep.
Number two, though, let's say you're having a mix, you need it as a mixer. It's got the higher proof that it's going to make
112 proof.
Kick-ass mixer.
Your rare breed was higher than that, wasn't it?
Yeah. But this has the little bit more of the rye spice coming through it, which is going to pull through in those cocktails. And I think this is just a quality bottle to have on your bar cart or your home bar.
It's good to have a rye in there to mix it up.
Yeah.
100%. All right, my last one, Old Forester 1910, little toasted barrel action, still not a proofie, but again, changing up that flavor profile a little bit, which is fantastic. You could use this as a mixer, absolutely,
but I think this can also easily be interchanged with 1920.
Yes,
hands down.
Yeah, 1920 will just give you a little bit more proof.
Yep,
but. Yeah.
This one gives you a little bit more on the flavor side, whereas the other side has a proof, but still delicious.
Yeah,
flavors.
I feel like there's more bananas in the 1920.
Yeah.
Either way.
All right, Pat. My last one, I would go with the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. I think that you could go with the single barrel select or something like that, but I think that the single barrel proof is a really great, if you have people come over who are good into bourbon, they're going to enjoy sipping it. You could use it as a mixer if that's what you want, because it's $60 for a delicious bottle. It is higher proofs, but there's a lot of flavors behind it. And if you're just looking for something where you want to sit down on a Friday night and enjoy something a little bit nicer, this steps it up from, I think, everything else.
Absolutely. 100% does. And for its proof, for the flavor, for everything, this value, we always talk value on this channel, I think is a really good value.
I think this is one of the best values. And that's actually, I think Redwood Empire is a great value because it's, right around the $50 mark. Sagamore's, I was going to say the same thing, right around the $50 mark. Like, a lot of these bottles you can get without paying crazy secondary rare breed. Once again, $45.
Yep.
Great bourbon, not a lot of money. So when you're trying to start a bar cart or a home bar, like, this, I think, gives you a well-rounded place to start.
Absolutely.
And none of this stuff is allocated, really. So it's not like you're going to, except for the Buffalo Trace, you're not going to have trouble finding most of the stuff. You can go in pretty much anywhere and find a lot of it.
You can find Buffalo Trace.
Depending on where it is, yes. Anyways, let us know down in the comments below how you'd start your home bar for 2024, or a bar cart, or somebody trying to get into the bourbon, scene and where they're going to start. Thank you guys so much for following us along, and we hope you guys all have a great day.